All right, we've got another technique sequence for you. In this one, we're going to be going and using the yoi position. The entry I think we'll do is I'm going to have a situation where I'm being swarmed with punches and I'm going to ram in, okay? It could be anything that would lead you into that neck clinch. If you're, I don't know, a Wing Chun guy and you've straight blasted somebody, and then you can follow in with that neck clinch, perfect way to get in there. Now, what we're going to do after that is move them around. I'll soften them up. We'll do, for time's sake, we'll just do one elbow strike. I'm going to go into an arm drag, so remember that's the double position. Arm drag, and then I'm going to go into the bookend position. I call it the bookends because as you do the kata, they're on both ends like holding up books. So we'll be in that bookend position for a throw, all right, and then I'm going to follow up with a finger lock to roll them onto their belly, and that is the low strike. You're going to see I'm making this motion when I do that, okay? We're going to have videos later on that go into more detail about finger locks, but to do the finger lock, I want to make sure that I'm activating the fulcrum, which is going to be the little knuckle and the one end from there. So I want to make sure I'm pulling on those like this as I drag the arm around, okay? And you'll see more of that as we go. Glenn, if I can get you, please, sir. Sure. So this, like I said, it's going to be a situation where I'm being swarmed. You know, I'm thinking about I've gotten pushed against the wall and they're suddenly swarming in with punches. You're going to see that I use the yoi position to ram into his chest, okay? When I ram in, I tend not to go straight into the chest. I go to one side or the other just a little bit. It seems to work better for me, okay? Then yoi, and then we'll work it from there. Now I went to the eye socket. Remember, you got a couple of choices here. I can go across the jawline, or I can come in under the nose, okay? Under the nose is particularly effective. At the same time I'm going to do that, I'm going to step in behind his legs, which cuts him out. Now, notice I've kept my leg behind his arm to keep him up on his side. I'm going to come in and get those two fingers and draw him around over onto his belly. From here, I could base it on my leg and break the arm if I needed to. All right. So I'm going to do that again. I'm going to run through it just a little more smoothly instead of talking to you so you can see the whole sequence put together. Now always as I'm finishing, you notice I looked up, I'm looking around me, I want to assess what's going on, okay? In terms of the fingers, just to give you a little detail, so when you take a finger lock like this, in this case, I'm coming through and hooking, all right, hooking, so that I'm getting these knuckles back here. I'm pulling at the knuckle, which automatically then levers his fingers back. If I grab his fingers and lever them, nothing happens, okay? I have to pull at the fulcrum, okay? So again, we're gonna have video lessons that go into finger locks down the road. This is just an introduction to give you an idea. What can I do to that guy? Hey, he's laying on his side. I've got punches. I can back off. I can kick him. I can pull his arm up and stomp in the armpit, which will take the wind out of him right now. Okay, so you've got lots of options. You could just throw him and run. Hey, you're near stairs. You throw him down the stairs. Hey, whatever you use, throw him into a wall, throw him into a chair. Okay, all these kinds of things, you have lots of options. All right, so let's do that again from, no, let's stay on the same angle. Okay, I'm going to go through it slow again so you can see all the details. I'm caught. Apparently I'm tough. I'm turning them. For example's sake, I'm just showing one elbow strike right here. Oh, I see my chance. I arm drag. Come right in. Boom, under the nose this time. Notice I'm chopping his legs in the Naihanchi stance from behind. Down he goes. Options. Boom, right into the armpit is a great one to do, okay? That will take the wind out of him, all right, as I run. Thanks so much. So as a little addendum to the bookend throw that we just did, I'm going to show you something you can do as a backup. I've shown this on another video, but I think it's well worth showing you again. Okay, can I borrow you, Glenn? So sometimes you have a person who is so much taller than you that doing the bookend strike doesn't make a lot of sense. Okay, or you have a particularly tough individual that when you nail them across the jawline, they take it and they kind of laugh. Okay, you've got a couple options from here. I could go back into breaking his leg there into the arm bar. That's an option. I'll show you the one I really like though. It is the down strike in the kata Naihanchi Shodan that I like to use. So if I'm in here, bam, he takes it. Maybe he's too tall for me to go under the nose. Under the nose almost always works, okay? But maybe he's kind of tall and that doesn't make sense. I'm gonna change levels. Notice I'm in behind him. Look at where my leg is. See how deep it is, okay? As I come in, my elbow goes right into his hip, and then I extend my arm, and down it goes, okay? Now I'm doing that slow and gentle. I'll do the next one a little more smoothly, but you can see I'm doing this, which is cutting into his leg from behind. I'm cutting into his hip with my elbow, and then I'm following through with the striking motion, okay? So again, I'm here. So, bam, didn't work, change levels. I like to grab this near the near leg. It helps with the throw and the takedown. It gives me some control, so if I want to chuck his leg and come in here, it keeps him on his side so that I can get in a good position to strike him afterwards. Please help us continue to bring you some great videos by subscribing to our channel and sharing our videos.